The hardest thing was living in a shelter with my daughter. That was the hardest thing.
When we started back in 1990, we've never heard of a social enterprise. We didn't know that's what we were doing.
This place is a great place to not only boost your self-esteem, but bring out of you, who you really are.
It's about how you can impact positively the lives of others through what you do on a daily basis.
Finding work is hard. If you have a spotty work history or outdated skills, it's even harder. But what if we could find ways to create training opportunities and jobs while also meeting a market need? That's what St. Patrick's Center in St. Louis did. They opened a restaurant, and that was just the beginning.
My name is Nuncio Lama. I'm the general manager of McMurphy's Grill, which is a job training program at St. Patrick's Center. It's a regular restaurant. We serve customers that they come in, and what's great about it is that we are also a job training program. We call students, and they stay with me 12 weeks minimum. We train them as much as possible. Some people take longer to learn or to open up. And especially people that have been in jail, they're coming back to the society. The restaurant comes through about 60 to 65 clients per fiscal year. About 45 they leave with a permanent job.
My name is Shirley Patrick, and I work at McMurphy's Grill. I wound up at St. Patrick's Center because I ended up being homeless and jobless. I had heard of the St. Patrick's Center, but I didn't know that they had a restaurant for a job training program. I've learned the tools and the skills that all the rest of the food service experience I've had didn't pertain to that. They've been helping me get up on my feet, get me furniture for my house, get me employment, help me with transportation, things of that nature. I just didn't expect everything in the last year, from when I lost my last job and to becoming homeless. I thought it was going to take longer than it did, and everything just happened so fast and fell into place so well.
McMurphy's is our social enterprise, and it started back in 1990 with the vision from our CEO at the time, and she is also our founder, Edith Canane. We currently serve people who are homeless generally, but for people who have barriers to employment. That can be anything from homelessness to mental health issues, incarceration. Most of the participants that we work with have been incarcerated at some point in their life. We work with individuals to provide the training in the food service industry, along with the training in other areas, basic life skills. They're paid while they're in training, which helps because the majority of our participants are homeless, and you can't expect someone to give up 12 weeks of their life full-time in a training program without some kind of financial support. We treat this like a job. It's job training, but it's a job. When we started back in 1990, we've never heard of a social enterprise. We didn't know that's what we were doing. Until recent years, we found out there's a name for what we were doing and that other people were doing something similar. I think the opportunities are many, and for us, two of the areas that it's helped us with is funding for current enterprises that we already had, and secondly, training programs can develop easily into social enterprises. No matter what kind of training it is. Ours happen to be restaurant training, housekeeping training, or janitorial training, and both of those have developed into income-producing enterprises that bring in revenue to the agency and partially support the training program in itself. I think the most important thing that we've learned as we've established ours is don't reinvent the wheel. Somebody has done something similar to what you're going to do, and go and visit those programs if you can. See firsthand, don't just talk to somebody on the phone. Go out and see what they're doing. I mean, even 20 years later, we're still doing that. We're still visiting other social enterprises to see, what they've learned, what we can do differently to improve our program. Our social enterprise, McMurphy's Grill, is a business. We're not a profitable business, but we, generate enough revenue to cover a significant portion of our training, which is why we do it. We don't do McMurphy's Grill to make lots of money. We have McMurphy's Grill to support the training program. I think what surprises me the most about working at McMurphy's and with a social enterprise in general is the commitment that we see from the public. Even though we don't have a lot of customers on a daily basis, we have regulars that come in 3 and 4 times a week. McMurphy's means different things to different customers. Some people are aware that we are a social enterprise and that we have a mission of helping people who are homeless move to self-sufficiency, and then others don't know that. They just happen to hear about, we have good food, so I'm going to stop in and see, what's going on with that and have lunch, and then they come back. An opportunity like McMurphy's Grill to our clients can be life-changing. We had a client who was coming out of prison, and he was in prison for 17 years. And he went in at the age of 17. And at that age, he never had a girlfriend, he never had a car, never had a driver's license, never had an email address, never had a cell phone. Since he hadn't worked ever, it was a good fit for him to go through McMurphy's Grill. Today, he is in the supervisory role at a local hotel and has a second job as well. He is a true success story for us.
In 2009, St. Patrick Center realized they could do more. They decided to pass on to others what they learned from running their own ventures. That's how the Begin New Ventures Center was born, as a launch pad for a whole new breed of mission-centric enterprises.
My name is Renee Upshaw. I am a co-owner of AUIL, which is A.U. Innovative Land Management. I saw an article in the paper in a local suburban journal, I believe it was the Suburban Journal, and Kathy saw an interview with Jan on a local television news channel or info channel. They were talking about the need for veterans to be employed. So we were like, well, perfect. So we called, got the correct contacts, met with Jan, and the rest is history. It's funny with small businesses, we don't know a lot about economics, or we don't know a lot about the small business side. Everybody has a vision and a dream, and what they want to do, but if you can't manage money, or if you don't know anything about cost accounting, or if you don't know anything about financial structures and economics in a small business sense, we're lost, and so that's what the Begin New Venture Center was able to offer us, the foundation of our business.
In essence, the Begin New Venture Center is a business incubator. We work to help launch and grow successfully startup and emerging ventures, and in our case, nonprofits as well. We do what every other business incubator does. We provide a business location, a professional office location, individualized business assistance, mentorship, access to capital, whatever support services are necessary to make a business viable and successful. The thing that's unique about the Begin New Venture Center is that we operate within a social services environment. Our community has gone through some very traumatic economic upheaval, as many communities of our size have over the last 5 to 6 or 7 years. A lot of our large corporations were laying off people. They were relocating, in some cases closing, left people unemployed, while at the same time there were newer businesses that were moving into the downtown area. Also, uniquely, we were seeing a new group of unemployed, which were higher skilled people that were coming out of these large corporations, and tragically, those jobs were not being replaced, but also ironically, a lot of those skill sets that those people had were skill sets that they could base a business venture on. So entrepreneurship became an employment option for people who could no longer find jobs in their industry. So that was the need that we responded to by creating a business incubator downtown. Businesses are less than 5 people, but the effort is to grow those businesses before that and to create jobs for others. So while they may start out as micro businesses, the attempt is to grow beyond that point. We've created a shared use commercial kitchen here, and it's really become a regional community asset because there's a tremendous need to provide services to start-up food production and food service companies. So we are one of few places that do that. We also have become very instrumental in a rising food truck industry here in the Midwest region. We work closely with Washington University and the Scandalaria Center and the Brown School of Social Work on their endeavors to educate and inspire people around the concept of social enterprise and how that contributes to a community's vitality. It's about how you can impact positively the lives of others through what you do on a daily basis. And I think that's the most important lesson in life that we need to learn, and learn it as quickly as we can. It's not about us. It's about how we impact the lives of others through what we do. There's a direct connect at the Begin New Venture Center with the concept of social enterprise. And in fact, we would look at the Begin New Venture Center as probably the first incubator focused on social enterprises in the country. We're looking at people that are committed, that as they grow their business and create jobs, some of those jobs, they are definitely going to look at St. Patrick's Center as their first source of employment opportunities for people. So all of our companies make a commitment to hiring or training as they grow their businesses to impacting the lives of our population by giving our population opportunities for either employment or greater employability. I think the best advice for someone that wants to start a social enterprise-related venture around what their mission of their organization is to look at what needs exist out there in the community and what stakeholder interest there is, and engage the community in addressing that issue. I'm a firm believer that no one can go out there and accomplish anything by themselves anymore. It's a more challenging funding environment for social service agencies. The grant world is becoming ever competitive and diminishing opportunities to achieve sustainable funding that way, so we need to constantly be looking for activities that can generate sustainable income streams for social enterprises or for social service agencies, and now realizing that we're all in this game together, and we have to provide opportunities, and we have to create networks and an attitude amongst people that says we owe everybody an opportunity, a second chance. We need to change our society by changing the circumstances that put people into situations that take opportunities away from them.
I'm a felon, and sometimes that kind of gets in the way of people's view of who you are and wanting to give you a chance in terms of employment. In the process of my healing and going to the VA, I was introduced to the St. Patrick's Center with the business incubator, and ultimately graduated from that program and kind of been moving forward ever since. My business is Jay's Handy Services. In addition to the painting services, I do vinyl siding, some roofing, ceramic tile, marble. So any of your home improvement needs, I can probably make it happen for you, and at a reasonable cost. Even though for a bit I felt like, I was like, oh my God, my life is ruined. Coming here and just getting a new foothold and knowing that my life isn't over, it's far from that. The one word that one of my friends said was inspired. You know, you seem inspired, and I kind of like that. Yeah.
Every time I come in to the Begin New Venture Center here at St. Patrick's Center, I expect a positive outcome by one of our ventures because I know I'll see it.
Wow, today I'm going to work at my spot. And I'm really proud to know that I don't have to give up.